Let's learn how to write key signatures in a few easy steps. Key signatures tell us two basic things we need to know about the notes we are allowed to use in a piece of music. Certain notes play well together and others not so well. We need to know how many sharps or flats we might come across in a key signature. We also need to know which notes are going to be sharped or flatted. For this, we need to remember a very simple rhyme. Father Charles goes down and eats breakfast. You could come up with your own rhyme, but the letters need to stay the same. Let's take the first letter of each word. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. There is quite an in-depth reason for this sequence of notes, but we'll go into that in another video. The first thing to know is that C major has no sharps or flats. Please see my other videos on the music alphabet and learning the piano keyboard to understand this a little better. Since C has no sharps or flats, we don't need to write anything on the staff. So if you get a question on key signatures and you see no sharps or flats, you know the key is C. All of the notes to the right of C have sharps. To know how many sharps, we just count the steps away from C. As you can see, G has 1, D has 2, A has 3, and so on. This tells us the answer to our first question, how many sharps are in a given key. When we look at any of the notes to the left of C, we know we are dealing with flats. As we can see, F has 1 flat. In our first example, let's look at G major. As we've just seen, G has 1 sharp. To know which note is sharped, we simply recite the rhyme. Father Charles goes down and eats breakfast. The first word in the rhyme is father. This means the note that gets sharped in G major is F. We now know the answers to the two questions we asked at the beginning of the video. G has how many sharps? 1. Which note is sharped? F. We attach a sharp sign to the high F on the clef. On a treble clef, this would be the top line, and on a bass clef, this would be the 4th line. Let's look at E. E is 4 steps from C in the sequence. E is on the sharp side of C. This means E has 4 sharps. To know which notes are sharped, we once again turn to the rhyme. Father Charles goes down and eats breakfast. The first 4 words are Father Charles goes down. We now know that E has 4 sharps. The sharps are F, C, G, and D. We write the sharps on the staff like this. The high F, the regular C, the high G, and the regular D. This is the standard way to write a key signature that all musicians need to follow. One last one, F. F is now on the flat side of C. F is 1 step away from C on the flat side and therefore has 1 flat note. F being on the opposite side of C to the others means that we need to reverse the rhyme, so it's no longer Father Charles goes down, so forth. We now start on the opposite side, the B side. Therefore, F will have 1 flat, and that flat is B. So to write the key signature for F, we attach 1 flat on the B line of the staff. Follow these simple steps and writing key signatures will be a breeze.